If you are a new Xero user looking for a guide to set up your Xero account, you have come to the right place. My name is Alfred, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how to set up the basic organization, setting like organization details, user management, and also setting up the multi-currencies and any invoice settings too. By the end of this video, you'll have your company basic information set up and ready. We also offer a full Xero online training course. So if you'd like to learn the full basic training on Xero, you can click the link in the description below to enroll. So let's get started.
For these organization details, you just need to include your basic information as well as your contact details. To keep things short and simple, I've already included all the necessary information for your reference. So let's start off with the display name and legal trading name. If you want to have something different like this CALTRiX Academy, which is not your legal or trading name, you actually can just put under here. Okay, and for your logo, you actually can upload your high resolution logo here. And whereas for your nature of business, so you just need to put one of it, because here you only can select one. So let's say CALTRiX providing accounting and bookkeeping services, right? So you actually can type in the keyword accounting, and you have a list of the choices for you to choose when it comes to the keyword of accounting. So in this case, we just select the accounting and bookkeeping services here. And then for your organization type, so the company is actually for Sdn Bhd. So let's say you are a sole proprietorship or partnership or an NGO. There are other options for you to choose. So for example, sole trader will be suitable for the sole proprietorship. Partnership is very direct. Or if you are NGO, you actually can select a charity or the club or society here. So once you have selected, then you can insert your business registration number. For the Sdn Bhd, please remember to include your new business registration number. If you do not have it, please talk to your company secretary. For the organization description, it's actually an optional information to be included. Okay, so let's move on to the contact details. So basically, you just put your full address here, and then your name, the attention to who. And if your physical address is actually the same, you just tick on the box. If your physical office address is different, you actually can untick and then just enter all the information here. In this case, we are the same, we just tick this box. And then we will include our telephone number, email, and also website. And you have other information to be included, you just add this contact field, and then you can put some mobile number here, Facebook or LinkedIn account. So once you have done, what you can do, you just click on this save button, and then it will tell you the changes have been saved. And that's all for this section. See you in the next one. Under this user management page, so here I will show you how to invite a new user. So first you just need to click on and invite a user, and then just put in the name, last name, and also the email address. And then you can scroll down and click on this business and accounting. So today I will be showing you guys the projects and payroll admin. Is because projects is actually an add-on that you need to pay additional of $7 per month per active user. If you want to know more, you can click on this learn more, then you will see more information about this feature. And for the payroll admin, it's not really recommended to use this, is because it's not too suitable to our Malaysia statutory calculation. Let's say all the EPF percentage, SOCSO, EIS, and PCB. So we won't be talking about this today. So we just focus on this business accounting, and so that you guys can know what type of the user access right can be given to your colleagues. So there are a total of 4 types of user access right can be granted to your colleagues, management, or your auditor, and others. So I'll start off with the first one, invoice only. And this access right is actually suitable to those that can create the quotations, invoices, or enter the purchase bills, but they don't need to access to the bank accounts or reports. Okay, so if you scroll down a bit, you'll be seeing this is only access to the sales and purchases. So the first one, they can only create the draft of the sales invoice, quotations, or the purchases. And the second one will be more suitable to the salespeople that can come into Xero to create the quotations and the invoices themselves. And the third one is more suitable for the purchasing department that can issue the purchase orders and purchase invoices. And lastly, they can access all of the sales and purchases features. And if you want to give them this access that can add and edit the bank account details for the customers and suppliers, you just need to tick on this. Okay, so that's all for the first one. For the second one, the standard access. This role is actually suitable for the business owners and admin staff that manage the day-to-day business. So it shows that the sales and purchases, they have the full access of it. At the same time, they can do the bank reconciliation and also can add and edit the bank account details for the customers and details. And of course, they also can choose whether they can view or run the reports. At the same time, they also can be granted the access that whether they can manage the users together with you. So you can tick it if you want to. So for the advisors, this role is actually have a full access and also includes all the advanced accounting features. Usually this will be useful for the accountants or the bookkeepers. You can see they can have all the full access into Xero. And 2 things that you can select not to give it to them is actually whether they can add or edit the bank account details or they can manage the users. The last one, the read-only access. For the read-only role, they can have a full access but they cannot make any changes in Xero. It's best recommended for the company directors and auditors. They can see everything here. They can only read all the sales and purchases. They can read all your bank accounts and the details. And of course, they can see all the reports like P&L, balance sheet, etc. So once it's done, you just click on this send invite. And the people that you've invited, they will receive an email address from Xero. That's where they can create their login and create their own password, and they can log in into Xero to do the things that you have assigned to them. And this is how you can create a new user for your colleagues, management, and the others. So next, I will be showing you how you can manage the existing users. When you back to this user management page, you'll be seeing all the pending users that you have invited, but they have yet to accept. At the same time, you also can see all the current users. I'll show you how you can edit the existing permission for your users. And let's say for my colleague Jacqueline Chow, I've granted her the access of standard and also access to all the reports. And now I'll try to change her access to only issuing the quotation and sales invoices. So what I need to do is just click on here and then change the permission. And after that, I'll scroll down a bit. I'll click on this invoice only. And then I'll just allow her to access into this sales, quotation, and invoicing only. So once it's done, I'll just click on this update the permission. And from here, you'll be able to see the result of the user access. And if you want to remove a user, it's very easy. You just click on this again and just delete. And that's all for the user management. And please invite your user into your Xero account now. Now I'll show you how to add a new currency in your Xero account. And this currency feature is only available if you subscribe the premium package, where you can manage the multi-currency. So I've added a couple of currency here like China yuan, euro, Sing dollar, and also US dollar. Let's say you want to add a new currency for GBP. So you just click on this button and then just select GBP. So you appear the British pound here. So you can just select it. You can see Xero actually integrated with xe.com, where they will actually update it every hour so that your mid-market rate is always up to date. So once you decided, you just add a currency. So once it's added, it will appear under your list. And if you want to determine your own currency rate, so let's say you want to determine your same currency rate for the date, right? You can actually select like set the start and end dates here, and then you can choose from 1st of January until 31st January. You just want to have this rate specifically. Okay, so for example, so let's say you want to fix it at 0.177. Okay, so you just apply and then you just click on save, and it will update all the custom exchange rates between this period. Just click on this. You can see like this rate provided by the username on this date and also this hour. And that's how you manage your currency. Under the invoice settings, this is where you manage all your invoice template and also some of the default settings, and you can do it beforehand. So as you can see, here I already created 3 different kind of invoice template. Why I actually did that is because, let's say I have the terms and condition for 100% payment in advance, and I also have one payment terms that has like 70% deposit and 30% balance paid upon completion. That's the reason why I actually create a multiple invoice template so that I can manage all the terms and conditions from quotation all the way until the sales and also the credit note. Okay, so I'll show you how to create a new invoice template here. You can click on this branding theme. So you just change the name of the invoice template that you want to create. So let's say it's a 50% payment. I won't go through each of it with you, but I'll just highlight to you what are the things that usually we would do it for our customers. So for example, under this statement title, right? So in Malaysia, usually we just call it as a statement of account instead of just a statement. And at the same time, for the code title, we will just change it to the quotation. And then for the remittance advice, which is the payment voucher, you can just change it to the payment voucher. And some of the things that you want to show or you don't want to show it in your documents. So for example, I do not want to show the payment advice cutaway in my invoice. And then I do not want to show my tax column, for example, if you do not have SSD registered. Okay. After that, the things that you want to include will be the terms and payment advice or the terms for quotation. So I'll just copy paste whatever that I've done earlier. And I'll change it here to 50%, and goes to this. So you can go through each of it, and once you have confirmed, you just click on save. And now you have 4 invoice template for you to choose. Please remember to upload your logo as well. And other than that, the settings that you can do is actually this default setting, where you can click on it. And this is a place that you can actually put the fixed credit term that will be usually giving to your customers. So let's say I can put 30 days after the invoice date. And the other setting that our customers usually will be doing is because they are not a new company and they want to change the invoice prefix and also the next number. So let's say they want to put INV-2022 and dash, and only followed by their number. And some customers, they want to start with 001 or they can start out with 10001. So you just change it accordingly. And please take note that under Xero, the credit note number and also the invoice number will be sharing the same together. So please remember this. So for the purchase order and also quotation number, you can change it according to your own preference. And if you want to add in the quotation expiry date, you can do so as well. And that's all for this default setting. So once you're done, you just click on Save. The other setting that you can do is actually these invoice reminders. But again, this is not really applicable to every single industry. But I will show you how it works. So you actually can activate this thing that you can email your customers when an invoice is, let's say, 7 days overdue. Second email, 14 days overdue. 21st days overdue for the third email. So the date, you actually can change it based on your preference. So let's say I want to change it. So for the third email will be on the overdue by 30 days. And then the second email, I will send it after the 20 days overdue. And the first one will be only 10 days. And that's how it works. So these are some of the things that if you want to put it, you just include it if you want to. So once it's done, you just click on Save. And that's all for the invoice setting that you can preset before you start creating your sales invoice. For the other organization settings I wanted to highlight is actually the payment services as well as the email settings. So for the payment services, it will be good if you actually have a PayPal or Stripe account and you want your customer to pay using their debit or credit card, then you actually can activate this feature. So here you actually can activate your PayPal account, or here are the credit debit cards that powered by the Stripe. So you just get started and then link it with your Stripe or PayPal account. Once it's done, whenever you send out an invoice to your customer, right, it will appear under your invoice information. Because your customer just need to click on Pay Now, and then they can insert all their credit card or debit card information so that they can start making payment to you. And you will receive your payment on the spot once they have made the payment. And second thing I would like to share with you guys is actually the email settings, where you can set a reply to email address, or you can change your email template content. So for the email address, you actually can click on this edit button and can add more other email addresses. And for the template, you just click on this, and that's where these are the template that it will be sending out automatically whenever you send out, let's say, a sales invoice, a credit note, or a statement. So let's say you want to change the email content for your sales invoice, you can click on this basic button. As you can see here, this is actually the default template created by Xero. So let's say if you want to change it, some of the information here, just change it according to your preference. And then after that, you just click on Save. So in the future, this will be the fixed template will be sent out to all your customers whenever you issue a sales invoice. Then you do the rest of the changes for the credit note, statement of account, or receipt, or the quotation if you want to. And that's all for this, and see you in the next section.
If you need more help with other Xero features, you can register for our full online course that covers everything for a Xero beginner. You can click on the link in the description below to register if you're interested. You can check out our other Xero tutorial videos too. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content that will help your experience in using Xero and also cloud accounting. Thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next video.